Go. Yeah, hi, my name is Chris, and this is my YouTube channel where I'll be going over as a professional Forex trader in the market. Well, I don't really trade Forex, I trade indices because I like the explosiveness and the volatility of this type of market, guys. Yeah, so this is my YouTube channel. You can follow me on IG. My name on IG is Profits Naslayer, so you can go ahead and follow my page. I will be journaling a lot of trade and sharing a lot of extensive information with you regarding how the market works, how NAS works, and all of that. Yeah, so this is just really my introductory video where I'll be breaking down NAS for this week, what we'll expect, and what we'll see in the upcoming week. So sometime I may go mute or it's silent, but I'm gonna try to be on this as much as possible. I'm try to stay consistent. So what really happened is that I already went over the breakdown, but what happened is that the the screen was not recording. So I'm gonna go over it real quick once more and see how best we can have this done and give you guys some crazy sauce. So let's go. Yeah, so NAS for this week. NAS over the couple weeks has been moving very bullish, but we are still really bearish as it relates to everything in the market. So, but from what I'm seeing for the upcoming weeks, I'll be bullish. So normally when I'm taking a trade or when the market's about to open, I normally start on a monthly. Yeah, so the monthlies because the higher time frame is king. So you want to stick to your higher time frame as it relates to being with the trend and staying on the right side of the market, because one of the most psychological things that traders normally do is that they tend to stray away from the trend, which is very detrimental to your trading on and your psychological works as well in pertaining to trading. So from you, what we can see here, because of this how this candle look, is that we're very bullish. Yeah, so we're really bullish. So I'm not gonna even go any further as it relates to what's going on monthly, because basically we're going to retest the supply in here, which is a candle on a lower time frame, probably the 4 hour or the daily time frame this week here. So we're going back to test this zone. So we're gonna be bullish for the upcoming weeks, and as you can see here that market the month is almost closed out. So we're definitely going to continue bullish for the upcoming weeks, probably until like December or some way in November. So as you can see that we're still bullish, but I'm still anticipating some sells in a zone right there, but I'm definitely more bullish that I am bearish because we're creating higher lows and higher highs. As you can see here, we already start this. If I go down to a 4 hours, you definitely see what I'm talking about there once I get there. So as you can see, we're about to run this liquidity, which in the market, if you know about protective highs and protective low, this low is a new protective high, because this is where the composite man, the man that is controlling the market, has his most money. So he's currently negative in all his buy orders right now, and he just break even on all his sell orders here in that supply right here, which he kind of absorbed, but it wasn't really a breakup structure due to the fact that it was just a wick. So normally with a breakup structure, I sometimes count wicks of breakup structure, but it's really dependent on how the market comes back up. So which I did anticipate to one of my students that we'll definitely will be continuing bullish due to the fact that we're just following the overall order flow. As I mentioned, we are creating higher lows and higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And we're gonna create this higher high to somewhere all the way up here, which was the supply that really caused this market to break, because this is the really institutional structure where structure is holding. So this right here is our protective high, in essence, that the composite man is negative in all his buy. When he overbought right here, he's negative in all. He goodly has like a billions of dollars negative, wanting to mitigate in here, which he doesn't has to do, because mitigation can take all a lot of years, like years, probably until us even die. It doesn't has to mitigate that zone. Yeah, so as I was stating that, yeah, so as you can see clearly now how structure is moving. So right now we're about to run this low, and I can anticipate that we may get a few sells, because I have a nice zone somewhere near on the 1 or 2 minutes, which I'm really expecting sell from. But if I'm gonna really look to get a hard load of shit sells that will probably carry back down into like this zone, it will come from in here. So I'll look to, this is what I will look for. This is what I will look for. So we can see sells come, we can see buys coming from this zone here, because this is where in the institutions or order flow is holding order. So if price gets below here, we're moving back bearish. So if we see something like this, and if I see it go through this, I'll just look for something like this, and once it gives me the break of this, I'll wait for the retest of the mitigation out there and look to take sells down into here to run this low and this low, as you can see here. Yeah, so I'll look for, if it breaks this, I'll look for it to continue going low and give me the run of here. Yeah, so as it relates to this upcoming weeks, I will look for like, I'm very bullish. So the first place I wouldn't really look for sells in here, because I doubt this zone will hold, because it's still bearish. Order flow is still holding bearish until we break this. So it has to break this structure before we are, or this structure I should say, before we are bullish. But we're still bearish. But overall, as you can see how the market is moving, we're definitely bullish. So I will expect for a price to actually like run this high, this high, this high, and it will hold right here. And once it get here, we probably see something like this and continue. Then it's not gonna do it the next time, and then it's gonna do something like this. Once it give us that, and then it give us this, then that's the shift. And what we'll look for is this, because this is definitely what's gonna happen in the upcoming weeks to come or months to come. We're gonna see this over. This is what you should anticipate overall for us to literally see in the upcoming weeks. But for like tomorrow, what I will definitely do, I'm not gonna even go on the minute or anything like that. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I was recording before, but something happened with the previous video. So what's gonna happen when the market opens, we probably get like a impulsive candle, because we do have over the counter order holding. So if it runs through this zone, which I'm expecting sells from, we can continue to look for buy. And on the lower time frame, this is actually where order flow is holding, as you can see. Let me just go down, because you probably can't see it like how I can, because I'm used to the chart. So if you notice here, this is really liquidity in a sense, but it's not ready to run it until it breaks one of the structure. So sometime it will give you Fricka. You see how it break this structure is still continue? Yeah, so what I normally, so I'm not gonna really go over how I actually look for it, but as you can see, we're creating higher highs and lower highs. So if you can see, we're creating high highs and low high, and this is the last structure where price is holding. So if we get price below here, we get a shift, we just wait for the retest of the supply, which is in here, and we can look for it to run all these lows and probably give us something in here to continue like this. But in other words, I'm not just gonna do that, but you can keep that in perspective. If we don't get that, this is what we're gonna get. We're gonna see the zone actually holding here, and when it gets here, you can look down. I don't know which time frame you guys operate from. Once we get a shift, probably under 1 minute, I will just take it down into here and look if this wanna hold, because this is where price should hold. We're gonna continue moving bullish, 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 please. Give us bullish plays until we get all the way up there, and that's about that for the week. Yeah, so that's what I'm really will be anticipating for the week, and that's about it. So once we, as I mentioned earlier, we're just waiting for the break of this zone. Once we get the break of this zone, can continue to look for buys until we get all the way up here. But if price somehow breaks this low right here, we're gonna continue moving bearish, which I will expect, because we should get some, because how the market sells off so high, we probably come back and mitigate somewhere in here. Probably this will be the perfect zone to look for sells, buys. That's where I will look for it. But this is overall institutional structure, and yeah, so once we get the break of this structure, we're shift and we can look to carry price all the way back down here. Not saying that it has to go because the market moves how it wants to, but that's where I'll look for it to sell, or unless I'll see something different otherwise from that. But price should come in here and give us some mitigation, and expecting sells to come at least to here. If we don't get that and it breaks through this zone, you can wait until price breaks through the zone and actually give us something like this, which will do something like this. And if it goes through, I will just wait for this and wait for a next shift. And once you give me that shift, what I will look for is for price to get back in here, and a lower time frame, I'll look for it to give me the shift once more. Once I get that break and get the retest of that zone, I'll look to take it up in here, and that's about it. That's a wrap for the week. Yeah, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Profit Nastler, and I'll be giving you guys a lot of sauce and information on how the market works and everything like that. And you can go follow my IG page, which is Profits. I'll upload a lot of breakdowns, my journals, and all of those lovely stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my channel today, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. Peace.